But this disclosure. It's everyone. That's the word that everyone wants. It's what the goal everyone wants. The word that everyone's using. I had the pleasure of also having Timothy Gallaudet on the show not too long ago, and I asked him the question I want to ask you. And it's like, in our lifetime, realistically, do you think that we're going to get disclosure for what these things really are and the answers that we're all looking for? Do you think that this is actually gonna happen?
Well, I have high confidence this conversation will come to a head in our lifetime. Whether the level of disclosure, to your exact statement or question, will give us all the answers that we're looking for, I doubt that will be the case. I would highly suspect that now, we're making a very big assumption here that the government is operating highly capable and well-funded programs to better understand UAP, perhaps from a detection or reverse engineering perspective.
Yeah.
Right. So just to state that, I haven't personally worked in any of those programs or been read into any of them. So my speculation on those programs existing are just informed based off of my work in this area and the conversations I've had, which do give me a decently high confidence that to some degree those programs exist. And I think that regardless of where the government's temperature check is on this, in their mentality for releasing information, I think there's always going to be secrets that are withheld, technologies perhaps that have been integrated into other capabilities. So there's no doubt that there's always going to be information withheld. But I think we can have, quote unquote, disclosure to a degree that will satisfy most people, perhaps. And I think that could come within our lifetime. But not to say might come within our lifetime as low confidence. Like I said, I think this is moving into a head. How much the government is involved in that, I think, is the main variable for me, right? Because
Right.
I think there's two ways we move this conversation forward. I think there's a disclosure process that can occur within the government to perhaps at least make the reality of, if they do have conclusive evidence that these vehicles do operate are operated from, by either technology, intelligence, or some other sentient creature from another star system. I don't think that core information that we're not alone in the universe is worthy of classification. If we reverse engineered the propulsion system and have, key pieces of information around how it operates, of course, I don't necessarily
Right.
think that should be information that should be released. But the other side of the conversation is this discovery process,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's about moving the ball forward in the public sphere with public resources and technologies in a way that can be shared with everyone, regardless of what the government decides to do with the information they have within their holdings. And I think they build off each other. I think the disclosure process motivates more people within the public sector to take this serious and invest in their time and resources into it. And I think the more that's done on the discovery side, the public side, pressures the government and shows them that this is an acceptable topic that people are ready for. And I think those two forces working together are going to get us answers very soon.